Start where you are with what you have. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Think about this for a moment. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast uncharted territory, unsure of what lies ahead. The horizon seems distant, the path uncertain. But there's one undeniable truth. No matter how daunting the journey appears, it all begins with a single step. This truth has been at the core of every great achievement throughout history. Take the Wright brothers, for example. They didn't wait for perfect conditions, advanced technology, or the approval of society. With limited resources and a lot of courage, they took that first daring step into the unknown. They experimented, failed, and tried again until they succeeded. Their story teaches us that greatness often has the humblest beginnings. It's a lesson we must all embrace in our own lives. Too often we get caught up in the myth of perfect timing. We tell ourselves, "I'll start when the time is right," or "I need more resources to begin." But the reality is that perfect timing is an illusion, a comforting lie we tell ourselves to avoid taking action. Life is unpredictable, and waiting for everything to align perfectly can lead to endless procrastination and missed opportunities. The truth is, you can only start from where you are and with what you have right now. And that's enough. This video will explore how embracing this mindset can lead to progress, fulfillment, and success. By the end, you'll be inspired to take that first step, no matter how small, and begin your journey toward achieving your dreams. The myth of perfect timing. How many times have you heard, or even said yourself, "I'll start when the time is right"? It's a phrase we often use to delay action, to put off the discomfort of beginning something new. But here's the harsh reality. Perfect timing rarely, if ever, exists. Life is full of uncertainties. There will always be obstacles, distractions, and reasons to wait. But if you're waiting for everything to be just right before you begin, you might be waiting forever. Let's consider some of the most successful people in history. Did they wait for the stars to align before taking action? Hardly. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak didn't wait for the perfect conditions to start Apple. They began in a garage with limited resources and no guarantee of success. Oprah Winfrey didn't start her career in a glamorous television studio. She began in a small local radio station, far from the spotlight. J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter book as a single mother living on welfare, facing rejection after rejection from publishers. These individuals didn't wait for perfect conditions. They started with what they had, where they were, and they created their own opportunities. The right time to start is almost always now. Waiting for perfect timing is often an excuse to avoid the discomfort of starting. It's a way to protect ourselves from the fear of failure or the risk of imperfection. But action creates momentum, and momentum leads to progress. The key is to begin, even if it feels like you're not fully ready. Because the truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. And that's okay. The process of starting, learning, and adapting as you go is where growth happens. Assessing your current situation. Before you can start, it's crucial to understand what you already have at your disposal. This might seem obvious, but it's a step many people overlook. We often focus on what we lack rather than what we have. But taking an honest inventory of your current resources can reveal strengths and opportunities you didn't realize were there. Let's begin by taking stock of your resources. What skills do you possess? What knowledge have you acquired over the years? Who do you know that could offer support or guidance? What financial resources, however small, do you have at your disposal? Even your time, how you allocate it, is a valuable resource. Create a list of everything you have, no matter how insignificant it may seem. You might be surprised at how much you already possess that can help you take the first step. Maybe you have a talent for writing, a knack for connecting with people, or a small savings account that could fund your initial steps. Maybe you have access to free resources like online courses, libraries, or community groups. Once you've assessed your resources, the next step is to leverage them. This means using what you have to its fullest potential. For example, if you have a skill that others need, consider how you could monetize it. If you know someone who has experience in the field you want to enter, reach out to them for advice or mentorship. If you have a small amount of savings, think about how you could invest it wisely to support your goals. If you find that you lack certain resources, don't let that stop you. Instead, think creatively about how to acquire them or work around their absence. Resourcefulness is often more valuable than the resources themselves. It's the ability to use what you have in innovative ways that sets successful people apart. Starting with what you have also requires a mindset shift. It's easy to focus on what you don't have and use that as an excuse not to start. But this kind of thinking is limiting. Instead, adopt a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and circumstances can improve with effort. When you see potential in your current situation rather than limitations, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Taking action. Now that you've taken stock of what you have, it's time to take action. But where do you start? The answer is simple. Start small. The power of starting small cannot be overstated. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the size of your goals, but remember that every big achievement starts with a small step. Small steps may seem insignificant, but they build momentum and set the stage for larger achievements. Whether it's dedicating 10 minutes a day to a new habit, reaching out to one person in your network, or saving a small amount of money, these actions add up over time. Let's say you want to start a blog. The goal of becoming a successful blogger might feel overwhelming at first, but what if you broke it down into smaller, manageable tasks? Your first step might be as simple as writing one blog post. Once that's done, focus on posting weekly, then bi-weekly, and so on. Each small step builds on the previous one, creating momentum and a sense of accomplishment. Setting achievable goals is crucial to maintaining this momentum. Break down your larger objectives into smaller, actionable tasks. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, don't focus on the 26 miles you need to run. Start by running a mile, then 2, then 3. Each small victory keeps you motivated and moving forward. But what about fear and self-doubt? These feelings are natural when starting something new, but they can be paralyzing if not managed. The best way to overcome these feelings is to take action. Each small success will build your confidence and reduce fear. Remember, action is the antidote to fear. By doing, you diminish the power of doubt. It's important to recognize that fear and self-doubt are part of the process. Everyone experiences them, even the most successful people. But what sets them apart is their ability to act despite these feelings. They understand that fear is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that they're stepping out of their comfort zone and into a space where growth happens. Building momentum. Once you've started, the next challenge is maintaining that momentum. Consistency is the secret ingredient to success. Regular, consistent action, no matter how small, creates habits, and habits lead to lasting change. Consider the power of compound interest. Just as small amounts of money invested consistently can grow into a significant sum over time, small actions taken consistently can lead to significant progress. The key is to make a commitment to take daily or weekly steps toward your goals, and over time, you'll see substantial results. Tracking your progress is crucial for maintaining motivation and making adjustments as needed. Whether you use a journal, a digital app, or a simple checklist, recording your achievements helps you see how far you've come and keeps you focused on where you're going. It's also a great way to celebrate small wins, which can boost your confidence and keep you motivated. But what happens when things don't go according to plan? The truth is, no plan is perfect, and challenges are inevitable. The key is to remain flexible and willing to adapt. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to change course. Being adaptable ensures that you can overcome obstacles and continue moving forward, no matter what challenges arise. Think of your journey like a road trip. You might have a destination in mind, but there are many routes you can take to get there. Some roads might be closed, others might be longer than expected, and some might lead you to unexpected detours. The important thing is to keep moving forward, adjusting your route as necessary, and never losing sight of your destination. Let's look at some real-life examples of people who started with what they had and went on to achieve incredible success. Consider Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. With just $5,000 in savings, Sarah started her business from her apartment. She didn't have a background in fashion or business, but she had an idea and the determination to make it work. Through persistence and resourcefulness, she turned Spanx into a billion-dollar company. Sarah's story is a testament to the power of starting small and being resourceful. She didn't wait for the perfect conditions or a massive investment. She took what she had, used it creatively, and built something incredible. Now, think about Nick Vujicic. Born without arms and legs, Nick faced enormous challenges from the very beginning. But instead of letting his circumstances define him, he chose to focus on what he could do. Today, Nick is a motivational speaker, author, and entrepreneur who has inspired millions of people around the world. Nick's story teaches us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, we can still achieve great things if we start with what we have and remain determined. Practical tips and tools. Starting with what you have requires not just determination, but also resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is about making the most of what you have, finding creative solutions, and overcoming obstacles. There are plenty of tools and resources available, often for free or at a low cost, that can help you start and maintain progress. For project management, consider using Trello or Asana. These tools can help you organize your tasks, set deadlines, and track your progress. For capturing and organizing ideas, try Evernote or Notion. These platforms allow you to keep all your thoughts and plans in one place, accessible from anywhere. Managing your finances is also critical, especially when starting with limited resources. Apps like Mint or YNAB, You Need a Budget, can help you track your expenses, set budgets, and save for your goals. Financial planning doesn't have to be complicated, and these tools make it easier to manage your money wisely. But tools alone aren't enough. Building a support network is equally important. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support your goals. This could be friends, family, mentors, or online communities of like-minded individuals. These connections can provide emotional support, advice, and resources. They can also hold you accountable and help you stay on track when challenges arise. Remember, starting with what you have doesn't mean going it alone. Seek out help and guidance from those who have been where you are or who can offer valuable insights. The wisdom and experience of others can be a powerful asset on your journey. Starting where you are with what you have is not just a strategy. It's a necessity in a world that often demands perfection before action. By taking stock of your resources, setting achievable goals, and maintaining consistent action, you can create momentum and achieve great things. You don't need to wait for perfect conditions. The power to begin is already in your hands. It's about recognizing that you are enough, that you have enough, and that with the right mindset and consistent effort, you can accomplish more than you ever imagined. Take the first step today. Identify one small action you can take with what you have right now and commit to doing it. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It just needs to be a start. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. These words by Theodore Roosevelt are more than just a quote. They're a call to action. The world is full of opportunities waiting for you to seize them, but they won't come to you. You must go to them. The first step may be small, but it's the most important one. Once you take it, the next step becomes easier, and then the next, and the next. Before you know it, you'll have traveled a great distance from where you started. Start today, and you'll be amazed at how far you can go. The journey is yours, and it begins now.